thoughts on what the difference was today?
Yeah, it's really disappointing for us. We prepared well for this game. We were up for it before, but you know, we lacked a little bit of quality. We lacked a little bit of cohesion. And they score a couple fantastic goals, and we can't answer. And it's, yeah, overall, just really disappointing way to come here and leave with nothing and feeling like we could have done more.
Any other questions for Mason? James?
Mason, I know you haven't appeared in that for matches. What's your general thoughts on sort of how this team has progressed in these games?
Yeah, it's we felt okay with the first 2 games. Obviously, the results weren't what we wanted. But there were some good moments, and we're the start of a new season. There's going to be some ups and downs. We would like to have more points on the board after those first 2 games, especially. But again, there's a lot of positives we could take from it. And then it doesn't. It feels like we lack something tonight, so we'll need to go back to the drawing board to figure out what went wrong exactly here tonight. So up and down, and not obviously how we would like to have started the season.
Mason, anything you can take for the next game? Anything that you can teach the boys for the next game?
It's always tough right after the game. We're just in the locker room now trying to figure out what happened out there, and your adrenaline's still going after the game, having just played. So I'm sure there'll be positives and negatives to take from that. But again, it wasn't a good performance, and we will need to get back on the training pitch. Luckily, we have, I think, 8 or 9 days here until our home opener. So there'll be some work to do to, get the group firing on all cylinders before we play Pacific on May 1. That's for sure.
Robin?
Was there any special thoughts about playing against, the coaches come here, goal scorers come here, playing against guys that we've seen over the years, and now we're playing against you?
It wasn't anything special. I mean, that happens in this sport, and those guys were a big part of our team when they were with the Calvary, and we know what they can do. We obviously know a lot about Martin and his philosophy and his style. We know a lot about the players as well, having played with them. So we tried to stop a few. We obviously want to stop them. We didn't do that tonight with Oliver's goal. Quite a fantastic goal, I think, if you're asking him. Very, very strong finish, but again, we can do better, I think, and it's disappointing to lose the game, and especially when some of our ex-guys play a big role in that.
Are you planning to change your system?
That's not really a question for me, so not that I know of. We can ask the boss when he's in here.
Perfect.
Any other questions in the room? Okay, Nate, we can jump to the Zoom portion, please, if we can.
Any questions on the
You're good.
We're good. Mason, thank you very
Okay,
much for your
thanks.
time. Appreciate it. Okay, guys, same room to play. We'll take questions in the room first, and then we'll jump to the Zoom portion. Charlie.
Let's just start with the overall. I'm sure it's a tough one to take. What do you think was maybe different today?
I listen. I think credit to Martin and his group. I think the right team won, so we got no complaints. I mean, this is football. You've got to put your hand up when you don't deserve to win. I don't think we deserve to win because I think their details were right. I've just seen some of the stats there, and we dominated in possession, but possession is the worst stat to have because it can make you vulnerable. And they just counted very, very well. They were defensively organised, and they deserve their 3 points. And I've sat here before. This is the first time they beat us, so I've got to take it on the chin and say that. Well done.
Just up front, I know you guys were kind of trying a few different things. Ali and Meyer swapped sides a few times. Was there something maybe missing in the final third?
Yeah, it was like last week. It was really sharp, but I mean they played well. I think Jordan Wilson and Melvin sat in front of Zator and Thompson. They played a very physical game. I think within the first 5-10 minutes of the game, they've made about 5 or 6 key fouls, and they did it with purpose. Right, it was disruptive and stopped our flow, and and then we have a chance to get into their box, and we were just taking that extra touch. It didn't click today, but you get those games.
Coach, are you planning to change the lineup or maybe the system to kind of fresh up a little bit?
We'll review that. I think it's always I never make answers to that on an emotional brain. We're disappointed to lose in which but we'll do our prognosis on why we lost, and then we'll look at what corrections we need to make in training. We've got 9 days to make a difference.
You started strong at the beginning. Why do you think it happened? Why do you think the boys kind of melt down a little bit?
Yeah, do you know what? It's momentum. This whole league is about momentum, and I think generally the team that scores first, then their tail's lifted. Had we scored early, and I said when we had the entries into their box, if we'd have connected with them, then suddenly now they're on the back foot. And I think what that did was it got their tails up, and they committed to their game plan even more, and then it made it slightly harder for us. But like I said, we'll review the tape, and then we'll have a better idea.
James.
I was racking my brain trying to think of if this club has ever had a 3-game win streak in the history of this league. Is that one of the risks associated with this away heavy start?
Yeah, possibly. I mean, it's your forever first. I think sometimes you've got to take the bad ones as well as the good ones, and I think that's one of the bad ones we don't want to be in. But as I said to the lads there, I said, I don't care how they are when things are going their way. What I care about now is the spirit they have when it doesn't. That shows me the character, and now we've got time to work on it, and we get to respond.
You and Martin are back on speaking terms this week.
Yeah, no, I think I owe him dinner for that one. But listen, like I said, he's coached his ass off. They've worked well, and they've committed to his game plan. So, credit for him. I'm happy for him in a different way. We've got 3 more games yet.
Any more questions for Coach in the room? Robin?
You had some yellow card trouble there. And not that it affects your game tonight, but as the season carries on, those yellow cards add up. Is that just you're thinking that far ahead that there might be trouble?
Yeah, no, we got to fix that. Yeah, it's a great observation. I don't like the amount of yellow cards we're getting. Some I think are contentious. Others that we deserve to have them, and they're the ones that I think it comes with the reading of the game from our back line to screening of the game. I think these are details. We play a very aggressive game, and we've been caught out a bit, and that's why our centre backs are picking them up. But that's something we can address next week with a bit more work.
Any more questions in the room for Tom? Nate, we'll jump to the Zoom portion of the press conference if we can. We're good. Tom, thank you very much for your time.
Thanks.
Okay guys, our Samba star is here. First goal for the club tonight. Questions in the room first, and then we'll jump to the Zoom portion of the press conference if there's any questions. So, Charlie, over to you.
You score a goal in your first game against your former club. What's that whole feeling like to get that win?
It was a great feeling, but most importantly that we got the win. We really needed it as a group. And I think the team's performance today was amazing, tactically perfect, and we deserve the win.
Can you just maybe walk us through the goal a little bit? It's a great header and a very difficult one, diving. Is that something that you've kind of worked on or something?
I think inside the box it's more instinct. So as soon as I saw Isaiah turned, I tried to make my run, and he put a great ball in. And there you don't have much time to think, it's instinct.
James?
How much was tonight's result a culmination of all the work you guys have put in pre-season and through these matches?
Yeah, as I said, we really needed it. It's a big win against one of the top teams in the league. So I think for our confidence, for the group to believe in what we're doing, it's huge. And we've been working a lot. It's not easy. We have a young squad, and we're putting things together as a club. And I think it's a statement win to put us on the right track now.
What can you say of the young Di Rosario as a fellow forward? 2 goals, 2 great goals.
Yeah, he's doing great. His work rate as well. I think he puts himself in good positions to score, and I hope he keeps scoring for us. He's helping us a lot.
Any more questions for Oliver in the room, Ben?
And you played a good chunk with Noah Verhoeven, and you linked up well tonight. What do you see from him?
Noah, great left foot, a lot of quality, and I think he helped us a lot in possession. So today we had a good game. Overall, everyone had a good performance. We moved the ball well. Defensively, we were great. We didn't give any chances. I don't think they had a shot on target until the end when they hit the post. So it was just teamwork, and I think that's the highlight for tonight.
Sophie?
So what's your feeling playing against your best friend, Karate?
Yeah, I mean, when the game starts, we know how it is. There are no friends, but we want to get the win. And I know I'm good friends with many of the guys on the other team, but it was all business tonight. We did what we had to do, and hopefully we can grow from this win.
Any other questions for Oliver in the room? Nate, any questions on Zoom? Sorry, Robin just has one here.
Well, this is, you're starting a homestand tonight, so how important was it that you win this game? Because you've got two more games at home, to draw in the crowd and, you know, move up the table.
Of course, we have to use our home advantage. That's going to be a big thing for us. If we can get as many people out here to support us as well, that's going to be important. And we have another big game against Ottawa. They're a direct rival in the fight for the top four. They're doing well, great form. So hopefully this win also brings more people out for next week.
Nate, anything on the Zoom? Sorry, we just
Oliver-
got another question.
Yeah, Oliver, is your first shot, your first goal, any special dedication to anybody on your family?
Actually, today this goal dedicated to João. He's a good friend of mine from Halifax, and as we all know, he's out for the season. It's always sad to see players with that type of injury. So I'll dedicate this goal for him, and obviously my family, my close friends, they're always with me, supporting me, so they know there's something special for them.
Anything on Zoom, Nate? We're good. Ollie, thanks, bud. Appreciate it.
Thank
Alrighty, over to you first, please.
I don't know if there's a more fitting team to get your first win at this club again. Let's start with kind of your overall thoughts on the match. What made the difference?
Yeah, I mean, I thought we came out of the gates a little bit slow at the start, to be honest. We kind of felt them out a little bit, but I thought we were really good in the first half. I thought we could add two, to be honest, and maybe even three. We created a bunch of chances, and what really pleased about the first half, we didn't let them create much. They did have a lot of great chances. They got in some good areas, but we really snuffed it out well, and we were really good at the defensive end.
I just want to ask you about Isaiah playing in a bit of a more advanced role than he did last year. What have you told him about that, and what have you seen from him in his videos?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's one of those players that helps us dominate the midfield. He's athletic, he's strong, he's really good technically, and I just felt it was a spot that we could use him because he's really good in the defensive side of the ball, but he's also really good in the attack side of the ball. So it gives him a little bit more freedom. When he plays deeper, he has less freedom to create and play. So I think it's a good area for him to create and have that freedom when he looks in the defensive work as well.
Coach, congratulations on the win. Any old flash memories playing against your old team?
It's always, it's fun. It's funny that you love the win, but you're always kind of, it's been 3 years at the club, and staff are great friends to this day, and so I feel for them in some ways, but I'm really happy that we got the win. But also the biggest thing for me was the way in which we went about the game today. I thought it was a fantastic performance from our team, start to finish.
James.
What did you see from Oliver today? He took his role pretty well. Is that sort of what you wanted from him?
Yeah, absolutely. He's a clever player, really clever player. He's really good technically. He plays quick. He sees a pass, and he's really good with the ball. So, and I think the thing that people really don't realize is remember that he had 7 goals first year. He's a good goal scorer. He's good in the box, and I thought his kind of bringing bring another senior player into a young team that trains right, plays right, does all the little things on and off the field. I think it was good for our young players to see it, and, to emulate and grow using what he's shown.
How much was that performance as a whole a big step forward for this club in terms of the players understanding what it is you're supposed to do?
Yeah, I think if you look at it, this performance in particular was a big step for us. I agree, but I think if you look at the first game, it was a bit up and down. I don't feel we deserved to lose, but we took the loss, and then I think we improved second game. We were a bit more organized, I'd say. I think we only really gave them the one chance after we scored, and they scored. And then today, I thought we really limited an excellent team today to minimal amount of chances and kept them from balls in the back of our net, although we tried to give to them at the end. But no, it was a great performance. I'm proud of the guys, and the effort they put into the game was the reason for that result.
Brandon,
Thank you.
I just didn't see you there.
I'm just curious. Somewhere around the hour mark, I know there's a chance where I think it was Max getting a shot in on the right wing, then obviously puts it back across goal, and Max puts it back out the other side. When you see something like that happen, is there a little bit of a concern that, oh no, it's going to turn into one of these, oh no, not this again sort of situation?
I think that we had the one goal. We always felt we could score again, which is a positive thing. Once you get one, I think the outlook for the team is always to get another one. I think it was Osazi missed a great chance. It seemed a great chance. I had to look in the back right at the death of the half. So when a couple of them went away, but it's because we already scored, we kind of felt that we could get the other one. We did create a couple good opportunities as well. Osazi again took his goal well from outside the box. He took his time and got into space, and it's a really good finish.
I was about to ask, you say there's that feeling of if you're already on a one-goal cushion, the team can definitely score again, and we saw how they do that from a good 25, 30 yards out. Just how has Osaze been for the club for the last 2 games, for the last 3 games?
Yeah, we've had him for you've seen him now for 6 or 7 games. So he came in preseason and he did everything he was doing, but wasn't scoring the goals in preseason. But he came in, worked hard, his head down, and you see how hard he works on the pitch. He gives everything for the team, holds the ball well. He fights for every ball, and he's getting his just rewards. To be fair, for the work he's putting in with 2 great finishes and two quality goals to start his career at York United. Sorry.
We'll just edit that.
Appreciate it, Martin, and congratulations on the first win there.
Thank you.
Ben.
And just again on Osaze, he's in great form, but early in his career, how do you handle his workload moving forward with him in great form?
Yeah, you don't want to overdo it. He ran himself ragged there at the end, and he's come off in the last 10 minutes. But he's athletic, physical, and we got to keep as many guys as fresh as we can going through the season, especially forward. So with Noel coming back, he's back in town tonight, I believe. We'll give a lift up front as well, and with Austin signing, and he's been training well for 3 weeks. So we've got 10 minutes just to get a feel for it, and we'll slowly get him back into the mix as well. So it's with having options, we won't have to overload any of our strikers, hopefully.
Any more questions in the room for the offer?
Coach, are you planning to get any more reinforcement to rotate the offense?
We have a full squad at the moment. The only one we're waiting on is Lissandro to come in from Argentina. But that should be any day now. He's just waiting for his passport back, his visa's approved. And then with Noel coming back and Austin signing and Osazi, I think we've got plenty of attacking players to see us through the season.
And what do you tell the boys on the second half to keep the momentum going?
Yeah, I just said, it's a great first half, but it's only a half. You got to continue in the second half. We've got to be even better, and we got to see this game out and really emphasize getting a clean sheet, because I think we deserved one in maybe both games this season. So it's good to get that first clean sheet in our belt.
Any other questions for Mr. Gunch in the room? Robin?
Well, this was the first game of the home stand for you, and so you've actually moving up the tables, how important it is to keep the momentum going and bring in the fans.
Yeah, it's important. You know, it seemed like another good crowd tonight. I don't know how many people were here, but they were into the game. They're loud, and I think we gave them a good game and a good effort. So we just got to look to do the same, keep building. Now we got our first win. We keep building from here. You know, we got to keep improving. We're not the finished article. We got to put our heads down and work every day. You know, every game in this league is going to be a close game. You know, every team. There's no team blowing teams out in this league. So you got to be at your best every day to get results.
Any more questions from the room? Nate, I'm presuming that we're okay on Zoom.
Yes, go ahead.
Congratulations on the win, coach.
Thank you.
And just a couple of words about the defense, maybe the performance of Thompson and Sa.
Yeah, I mean, I think not just Thompson and Sa, who had great games. I thought also Donator was a beast. Picked up a lot of loose balls. I thought Abzi had a lot of energy. He got forward at times and defended extremely well. And they put a tricky, pacey player on the end to try to get him behind Abzi. And he did really well to cover him and snuff him out. So I thought that our back four was immense tonight. And our back four has that ability to be that good weekly. So, you know, we got to keep working and we got to protect them too. I thought you go through the team. I thought the holding midfielders really protected the space between them and the back four, so there wasn't pockets to play in. We condensed their space and didn't give them a lot of room in the middle of the park. So I thought it was a big key to the game.
Thank you, coach. Congrats again.
We're good.